you know, decided I wanted to play football, and so I got into working out and everything else and got into playing football, and man, it was nothing. I mean, you can find parties, you know, you can find, you know, the alcohol, you know, pills, girls. I mean, it was nothing, you know. I mean, it was just, I guess it's just one of them things. You play football and everybody just wants to be your friend. So, you know, popularity started coming, you know, kind of had everything I wanted. Well, started off and wasn't even through the season yet, and I tore out my knee, and I got so mad, and I got a little bit angry with God, because at that point in time, you know, I thought I had everything. You know, I had everything I wanted, and you know, life to me was good, and ended up having to have knee surgery, and it slowed me down a lot. And that was in February of '07, and I just got my license and everything else. So it's kind of like, okay, can't play football no more, but I've got my license, so I can still continue to do what I want to do. At this time, you know, God was way far away. You know, I had nothing I wanted to do I had nothing to do with God. You know, I was a little bit angry that he allowed me to tear up my knee, so I couldn't play football no more. And but God will always find His way back. God will always talk to you. And so when I remember going down to Riverbend one night, and as I was walking toward the main gate, I heard a still small voice, you know, and I knew it was God's voice. You know, you never forget that voice. And no matter how old you are, you never forget God's voice. And I remember God telling me, he said, Josh, he said, I want you to turn around and look. And I remember turning around and looking, and I remember all these thousands of people. And I remember God in that instance, He told me, He said, Josh, He said, this world's going to hell. And He said, I can either use you or I can leave you. He said, I'd rather use you. He said, I can change lives through you. I can do stuff through you, Josh, if you'll just allow me. And I remember sitting there going, shut up, God. I don't shut up. I've got, you know, I'm not 18 yet. I can't even hit the clubs yet. You know, I can't go to the bars yet. You know, why are you trying to take me out of, you know, being young? Why can't I just be young? Why can't I just live like everybody else? A couple of weeks had went by, and I was sitting in my bedroom. It was a Saturday night, I'll never forget it. And had no friends, couldn't get a hold of nobody, you know, no friends to talk to. Nobody wanted to go out and do something. And God come back and started dealing with me again. And He started talking to me. He said, Josh, He said, I want to use you. He said, Josh, I just want to use you. And I remember I sit there and I started tearing up and I started crying a little bit. And I said, God, I said, if you wanted to use me, then why did you take football from me? You know, why did you make it to where I couldn't play sports? You could have used me playing sports. And I remember God just being like, I have other plans for you. I have other plans for you. You know, that's what you wanted, but it's not what you want. It's what I want for you. And I ended up praying that night. And I prayed for like an hour, maybe 2 hours. And all I could do was just cry and pray. And the next morning was Sunday morning, and my parents, you know, just being normal, you know, I never went to church, so they never offered to wake me up or, you know, anything. They oftentimes, if I was already awake, you know, hey, you want to go to church and stuff like that, but I wasn't awake that morning. But I got up first thing that morning, and I felt such a peace. There was something there. Something had changed overnight. There was no more of that feeling of you know, loneliness, you know, what I thought I had with friends and everything else, trying to fill voids. You know, I felt such a peace, such a comfort. And I got up and I started reading the Bible that morning. And my parents come in from church, and I said, I want to go to church to y'all tonight. And they got a big smile on their face. And they said, something's changed in you. I mean, just in a split instance, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to give up the lifestyle of a young person. I wanted to go out and do this and do that. And I wanted to do the bars and the clubs and stuff like that. But once I found God, I realized that might be fun to the world, but I can just have as much fun, you know, worshiping God, and even be at more peace with it than I would going out to any club, going out to any bar, you know, going out with anything. There was no woman, there was no alcohol, there was no drug, there was no nothing that could take the place of God in my life.